Hello there, my loves. Now, you don't know how close I came to giving up on this game last night, but I'm just thinking, let's just go with the bloody flow. I'm going to try and persuade Titus, despite the fact it's going to be impossible.
It's you again. What is it?
But yeah, it's slightly annoying that certain parts of the game are kind of gate kept by these kind of things. I mean, there's no way in hell we can do this, but let's just try it anyway.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never.
Right, I've tried that a number of times. I tried it last night and I thought it was never going to happen. And that is incredible. Right, so I take it all back. This game is incredible. Right, you should know by now. No. Right, one of his boys will. That's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim. Right, one of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Outside in the evening light, ruined and old, shadows lengthen on the pavement. A distant gunshot.
Huh? The lieutenant raises his brow.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick. Because you're a foreigner, because you work for the wrong people, because they like killing. Let's go for the chick way.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
The man's fists under the table are balled. You can tell from his neck and shoulders. He means it.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
Excellent. Kim's playing along like a complete professional. They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse. They club you from behind, string you up, and go back to drinking. It's cool, guys. You drag them out back, light their corpses on fire, and piss on them. You don't care. Yeah, let's hark back to the Dark Ages.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We just couldn't get him down, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Kill.
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
I want to talk to the other chap, if you don't mind.
Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Or what? You're going to kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? Turn to Theo. What happens if I keep talking? You going to kill me too? In this bar? For nothing? Look at Kim first. Let's do that.
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod.
We've got Kim's backing. That's all I needed to know.
What? What does that mean? Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes set on the fat guy. Push Angus. We're almost there.
Let's do it.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him.
Yeah.
He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine.
Ooh.
I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast,
She walks off without looking back.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours.
Oh,
Questions?
right. Lovely. Right. It's almost unfortunate because when I was doing this last night, I went on to a train because I failed the re-roll thing, and we started telling a made-up story about Kim, and we were calling him Kimothy. It's quite funny. I was only scanning it. I didn't really go through it. But anyway, we're back on the mission. That's all that's important. We're detectives, damn it! I'm sorry made you guys fight Whisper. Kim, we did it. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. So who killed the merc then? Any leads? Whose idea it was to hang him anyway? Hers? Let's go for that one.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
God, he's being very compliant now.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth. He tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
The hell's in his mouth?
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
The girls?
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
Now it's girl.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way.
There's nothing fun about that.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
Rat face. Man. Snickers.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
Turns back to you.
That's okay with the fat man, still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Through the window.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Interesting. Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Handy.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
Well, I know his name now. Yeah. If she didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
That can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
Moral intern. Bullet hole through the window. He shot him, the Merc, from that place across the way. That's my theory.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
I'm a loser. Let's be friends. So, who killed the Merc then? Any leads? Whose idea was to hang him anyway? Hers? Thank you for all this, Titus. No, not yet. So, who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
So, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Clausia. Maybe the shot missed.
Mm.
Maybe it was meant for her.
I think we need a third person on our team. Titus is the man. Slap a badge on him, Kim, and let's get to business.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
Phew, a likely story. And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now, threw all that turmoil away, and became himself again.
Whose idea was to hang him?
In a manner of speaking.
What do you mean?
We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it, for political reasons. It sent a good message.
Who is she, this other girl? Do I know her?
No, you're not gonna be on a first-name basis with this person.
Okay, I get it. Stonewalled. Okay, where is she?
You're not getting to her. This person is affiliated with the Hardy Boys. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
She's affiliated with the Hardys, so she's like a Hardy girl.
I wouldn't go that far. She's just a woman who's sometimes in our company, who sympathizes with Klasia. Let's leave it at that.
The lawyer, perhaps.
You know, actually, some of the guys have been talking, and,
No. My answer is no, Glenn. We're Hardy Boys, and that's how it's gonna stay.
He wants a girl in the mix. Right. I'm sorry I made you guys fight. Why not?
Me too.
Let's whisper to Kim. We did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Yes, he's happy. Good old Kim. Okay, thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time. Conclude.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go,
Yes?
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
she, Klasia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
Still, after all this headache,
But you would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
The lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Well, I'll be darned. Now that is progress. Let's have a look at our notes. Get the whole story from Titus. Confront Classy with the Hardy story. Okay, so for the very last time, hopefully, we're going up to that fucking rooftop bloody room. Yeah, anyway. We're getting somewhere. Kim is happy, and that's all that makes me happy these days. Go on, Kim. Shine my fucking torch everywhere these days. Here we go. Prepare yourself for a thorough debrief.
It's always good to see you.
something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
So we could try this. See, when I was dallying last night, I tried this and I did it on the first roll. But now we've got this, we might be okay. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened. Let's do it.
I understand.
You don't look surprised. You're expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police.
Damn right.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Good question, Kim.
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
I don't like that at all. The Hardy Boys are not the law. We are. Me and Kim. That's not a good enough reason. Cool, I'm satisfied with the explanation. Yeah, let's go in hard. I think she's vulnerable now.
I know that. But the people around here, they don't see it that way. And if I am to stay here, I need to get along with them.
That's not a good enough reason. Nah. Let's go for that. Cool, I'm satisfied with this explanation.
I am not.
No!
There is more here, miss.
I'm too bloody kind. We need Kim beside us, being hard bastard.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. Where the cold oceanic expanse lies, and behind it, another world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern? What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this? The RCM isn't the lapdog of the moral intern. You don't have to worry. I doubt that. Let's ask about her shoulder.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill.
Hook, book, and cooker, Kim.
Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Nothing to do with her? You'll be the judge of that.
That's true. What did you do to have these people after you? What happened here the night? Okay, let's just go in order. What are these people, why are they after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
Oranje?
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook. Kim, turn your head. Look over your own shoulder. See that window over there? That chap we're talking to, the boring bastard. It's him.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that, myself included. Serves them right. When I am king, this savings bank will be the first against the wall. You're right, this is bad. You've destroyed what people have built. That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into. Yeah, people have done worse than that.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people, too, not just C-suite.
Shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
That's bad. How do you live with yourself? That's shake your head. Not easy to deal with. Nod. Let's get back to what happened here, okay? Let's do that. Not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I'm a cop. What I do is right. By not remembering a single goddamn thing. Yeah, that's true.
That would do the trick, yes.
She's almost devoured the cigarette she lit. She looks at it sadly. What did you do to have these people after you have done that? What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Right, so that window's been repaired. Looks fine. Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
See a bullet in his mouth? Maybe resting on his tongue.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
The occult vision was right. He was enjoying the moment of his death. Better not mention it. Then what happened? Oh, I do like saying things like that. Let's do it.
I don't... How did you know that?
He just had a hunch. Detectives have those sometimes.
Yeah, super cops like me. Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Interesting. I'm sorry this happened to you. Are you sure you're not making this up? Shake your head. That's a motherfucker. Just nod. We're going to need more details. I like saying motherfucker, so motherfucker.
Yeah, it was a real motherfucker. Ow.
She looks down. Her cigarette has singed her fingers.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
Crikey.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than usual.
Yes. Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
That'll do it.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why did you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
Okay, then what happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby, yes.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who the fuck is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
She says as if it's self-evident. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Maybe that lorry, the empty cab. Maybe that woman.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
Very clever.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground, then raises her light brown eyes to meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
That's why it was all quiet. Yes, they were just going through the motions. What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby, where is Ruby now? Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Fucking hell, gotta make Titus tell us where the fucking Ruby is now.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. There is something suspicious about that theory, but you can't put your finger on it.
Damn, it bloody stinks, that's why. When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Did you kill Lily?
What?
Duh.
Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this.
There's a silence.
He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
Rage? Who knows the dark currents where lovers go? All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Sweet, sweet drugs. It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Somewhere, lying around. Close to her hand.
No. He wouldn't have been shot that close.
Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Downstairs, people have this crazy idea that you killed him. That's okay if you did it on self-defense. Who amongst us, having been in love, can say they haven't thought about it? Desires drive people loco. Drugs were an integral part of your relationship. Perhaps they contributed to its end. He must have had a weapon nearby. Did you use that? I don't believe that at all, but I'm going to click it anyway.
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor.
Okay, it's a crazy idea that you killed him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
Yet.
She's getting scared now. Of you. The downstairs people. All of it.
It's okay if you did it in self-defense.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
Yeah, I believe her, so... who amongst us having been in love can say... You must have had a weapon nearby. No. Drugs or... Okay, I'd like you to answer some other questions, miss.
Like
yes,
what?
include that. Could the people after you have killed him...
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone
She looks at her cigarette.
so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
But maybe it did. Probably didn't. Either way, something to consider. Yeah, that way.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding? Yes.
Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it does sound a bit strange.
Which is an indicator of truth.
True.
Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
No. So you would have had us believe, but you're not. I don't think so. Why did you do it? I'm not going to disagree with you.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
He is a bastard.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
That Kuno needs a damn good hiding. When was the window changed? Point to it.
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Okay, that's correct. I think we're done here for now. Conclusion.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Lieutenant Glancer, you then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk.
Correct and correct.
No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Okay, so we've got a drama we can do. That's 17%. No chance, really. Also got volition. I'll try that next time. We'll come back to this. Oh, we've got a fort here.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
True. Okay, there we are. Now that, my loves, is how you do detective work. By complete fucking chance. I mean, the chances of that bloody thing happening before, the volition, crazy. But anyway, I had this plan. I was just going to go off doing other stuff. But there we are. We're back on the mission. Right, me and Kim are just going to boogie here for a bit, and we'll see you next time. Anyway, cheerio. Cheerio. Woohoo.